Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video we are doing, I think I'm going to make it a 12 by 12 layout featuring this beautiful paper called Pretty Things from the Color Story collection from Vicki Boutin. I have two of them because I loved it so much that I was like, okay, I'm going to hoard it forever, so might as well have a backup. But I do like the back side, it being purple, so maybe like I'll cut one up and then we'll do something with the black and white florals on this. That could be nice. And I decided on black and white photos I have cut out from, or already printed from an older photo shoot. That could be good, but I kind of feel like because the butterflies, well actually I can paint that or marker it because they look a little orangey yellow in there. But I feel like maybe I can color that in and then really make this like purple pop. Ooh, I'm liking it. See, we work through the creative process together. So I'm going to put you on fast forward though, and we are going to fussy cut these out first, and then we will come back together and put it together. But I also say, I'm wondering if I want to, I might do that too. I might almost want to do some mixed media and like rub on some gesso to calm down the background a little bit where these will fit. So if it's like white gesso, maybe some stenciling too, and then have these. I thought I printed a third one. Let me see what happened here. I thought I had a third one. I probably do. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm in the middle of playing with Week in the Life too, so I have photos everywhere. All right. Well, if anything though too, just to get the placement, if I had three, that's what I was hoping for. And they're all from the same photo shoot. So like if that was there, gesso out the center, and then we will have all the butterflies bursting out of it. Okay, I am liking that. I am liking that. And then, this is always the heartbreaking part, even though we always say there's more product always coming out. But once I use these two papers, then I don't have it again. This is how it's so funny. Us scrapbookers, we're like a hilarious breed. Like we're hoarders, but we want to use the pretty things. We buy the pretty things, but we don't want to use the pretty things. So we hoard the things. Oh my gosh. Are you, like, I know us scrapbookers, like, aren't you like me? Like, oh, and we're not worrying about the little antennas on these butterflies because I just want to cut them out. Are you like me? Like, truly, let's have a moment. Do you hoard things because you know, we buy them where they're pretty, and then you're scared to use them? But I'm definitely trying to get out of that mindset because I'd rather also have the pretty project in my album than this paper sitting in my stash like it has been already, let's be honest, for the last year or two. Because when was this collection published? This one was rather recent. Where's the year? 2020. No, it's already 3 years old. So it's been in my stash for 3 years. This is the problem. For 3 years, I've had it sitting pretty in my drawers, in my things, not being used. That's tragic. This stuff is, Vicki Boutin made this for us to use it. You know what I mean? So we're using it. So I'm gonna sit here, probably put on an audiobook, and just kind of cutting out this piece and cut out all of these beautiful flowers. These beautiful butterflies, and we will do a little mixed media, and we will make this sweet little layout. And these are pictures from 2019. My mother-in-law hired me actually to do a photography shoot with my aunt and all the grandchildren together. And I do have them like in my album, like already printed, but I just never told the story behind it. So yeah, so something like that, and then they'll peek out. But I do think I'm gonna whitewash with gesso the background here so that this pops more. Okay, that is our game plan. Let's get started. I'll put you on fast forward. Okay, so I do take the time to fussy cut out all these beautiful butterflies, and I tell you, I always try to say this even when I do crafty hauls, like I need to use more of my stash. Hence, this has been sitting in my collection for 3 years, and like especially for instance, like I know I just bought the new Heidi Swapp collection, the set sail, and I want to cut into it, and I do want to cut into it, and I think it's so beautiful. So hold me to it, folks. Let me do like 4 or 5 projects with that collection so that it's in my albums and not sitting in my collection for 3 years in my stash. Okay, so on the layout, I also considered using the, what are those, the barcode strips, and I cut enough of them out. I think I do cut a few more. So I thought I was going to use gesso, and here I found I had bought a while ago the Diana Wakely acrylic sprays, and I did buy the white one. So this is like, white liquid acrylic paint, which is all I really needed to get that whitewash instead of doing it with like gesso and watering it down. Plus, it gave you that like airbrushed look with the speckled edges anyway, which was an instant love. Like, that was enough. I like it. Don't get me wrong, but I didn't prep the paper, so the cardstock that it was did kind of warp due to the fact that it was like very heavily saturated. So next time if I ever do this or use that spray, I would still probably prime the paper with like maybe clear gesso and then have the spray so that it doesn't really seep into the paper and it more sits on top. But the warping, it's not that noticeable because I did in between these filmings like have it rest between a bunch of paper pads with the weight, and it flattened it out a lot. So here I am using Fun Foam from Spiegelmom Scraps to pop up the main photo, I would say. So the other ones are just kind of tucked behind it, and then the one with them looking directly at me is the one that I made kind of the, what is it, like the star of the show, so I had that one popped up. The foam tape is available at Spiegelmom Scrap Store, and then I am, placing everything pretty much in the center, just going up with the butterflies. I did kind of audition out like in a diagonal or it just like all over the page, and I just kind of liked it clustered together more around the photos. I did pull out some stamps as well to kind of get like that worn text look as well. But when I had done it a few testing onto that acrylic paint, things were like slicking off because it is just kind of like, paint. And it was very, what do you say, like glossy. So it was wiping off immediately. So I just knew that it would get a hot mess. So I just decided not to do any of that. But I decided to go in with some sequins from Spiegelmom Scraps as well. This one had a definitely obvious purple feel, and it's called Beautiful Bouquet. So so at first I was doing all of like the purpley, pink, and iridescent different size sequins in the mix, and then in the end, because there were green ones as well, I did go back in and add all the green ones as well. Kind of has that like second complementary color to the purple. You can see it like on the detailed shots as it shimmers with the light, and right now you can just see the purple, but I just love the look of sequins. So I used to be on the Spiegelmom scrap team years ago, and I auditioned again, and I have a spot, so you will always be probably seeing some lovely sequins being added as a final detail to my layouts coming up. So as always, thank you for joining me. Please subscribe if you haven't done so. Give this video a thumbs up, and I will be posting the close-up photos of this layout in the Spread the Sparkle Facebook group as well. I will leave everything linked in the description bar. Thank you so much for joining me, and have a wonderful day.